That applies to every square inch of the province, according to the judge in Cowichan. The judge, interestingly, also says that the decision doesn't affect private parties until the Cowichan or another First Nation goes to obtain the land. I say with the greatest of respect to the court that I believe that's incorrect on its face. That in fact, those folks on the 800 acres were affected immediately upon the release of the decision from the court that said, all that land that's held privately can't rely on the Land Title Act anymore. The judge says, look, when the Cowichan decide if they want to go to court at some point and they want to obtain that land, the private landowners can defend it and they'll have their title. But remember what I told you earlier. So what's the first defense fee? You don't have to be a lawyer to figure this out. You're going to reach for your title and go, oh, judge, they're not entitled to my land because I got this certificate of title from the government of BC that says I'm indefeasibly entitled to this land. And the court will go, yeah, but the guts of your title have been erased because you can't rely on the Land Title Act. So all you're left with is a piece of paper that is evidence that you once had indefeasible title. That is not an exaggeration. That is what the judge in the decision said. It's not open for argument. The judge, interestingly, also said, oh, by the way, a precedent that's going to flow from my decision, my analysis of the effects of title on private land, the fact that they can coexist according to the judge, applies throughout all of BC. There's a lot of focus on the city of Richmond, and I get it. The claim was in the city of Richmond. But strictly speaking, the only material relevant parts of the city of Richmond are the 800 acres that title has been declared on. The other comments about the Land Title Act and the precedent, they are not restricted to the city of Richmond. The media is sort of focused on, well, the city of, oh my goodness, city of Richmond. I don't want to downplay for the poor folks that are directly affected in the 800 acres. And quite frankly, practically speaking, the city of Richmond is wearing this. But the judge did not restrict in any way the comments about the precedent for the entirety of the province to Richmond. That applies to every square inch of the province, according to the judge in Cowichan.